much to learn from her. I mean, isn't that wonderful? She made such a good presentation. I learned a lot from her. I'm sure you learn a lot from her too. The reason I'm here is I have to thank Jun Wen to invite me to be here. And it's interesting because I have said no many times to him in the last few years, but he never give up. Keep on asking until I say yes. So I really want to thank you, Wen, to give me this opportunity. I'm so happy to be here to see many of my old friends and also some of the new friends, and even people, I saw you raise your hands, it's the first time to be here. And I know you're here because you want to hear my story, and I'd like to tell you my story, and I really hope my story can inspire you to really look into this business seriously. Okay, I was born in Taiwan, and I studied in the United States, and then I worked in Hong Kong. I immigrated to Canada, and I did the NuSkin. 10 years ago, I decided to serve God. Okay, finish. What's the next? Nobody knows what I'm talking about. Now, I shouldn't do that to you, right? That's too short. But that's basically my life up to now. I like to share a little bit more why I did the NuSkin. So give you a little bit reference. The reason I did NuSkin was because when I was at the stage of my life, I felt, is this all? Well, of course, you would like to call me like prices, huh? But I don't want to tell you my age because then you can guess how old I am now. I was thinking, gee, is this all? Is this all I'm going to do for the rest of my life? And not only that, well, I'm always like this. I always have a sense for crisis. Even though at the time I was hired by this international company doing electricity supply, the best company in Canada, and gave me the best pay, I would say. But still, I have this sense of crisis. Is this company really will be this great for the rest of my life? And then at that time, so happened when I was wondering on that. And I think you met Tai Chi, some of you probably met Tai Chi. And he sent me, in fact, oh, by the way, I only met Tai Chi once in my life. Only once. So this guy is good. He took the opportunity. I was in Toronto and he was in Vancouver, and he just sent me a thick, also like a report kind of thing. And I thought, wow, who is this? Oh, this is the person I met once in my life. And he sent me this book. So I just put aside because it's kind of too thick. So I thought, when I have time, I will read it. And then, finally I find time, so I read it, and I said, that's pretty interesting, because it introduced me to a totally different world called network marketing. At the time, imagine that was more than 20 years ago, a lot of people would have bad feelings about network marketing. Am I right? Yes. Even today, some people may still have a little bad feeling about network marketing. But fortunately, I didn't have bad feeling. I just know nothing. So I decided I'm going to look into it. What is this network marketing all about? And the more I look into it, the more I realize I believe this is the future excellent marketing method to promote wonderful products. That's exactly what I felt. Because you probably don't know, but I know very well. When I buy a Dior, maybe I pay $100 US, but I know the cost may be only 50 cents. How come? Because all the rest of money is given to all the distributors, right, for all those advertising. Every layer want to make money. And the retail shop, I don't know about Singapore. I know Singapore, the property price is very high. In Hong Kong, the property price and the rental is so high, and then they give the ground floor for cosmetics. So you know how much they pay, the overhead. So you're paying overhead, you're paying all the layers of distribution costs, and paying all the profit for other people. But I find NuSkin was not like that. They really put, if it's $100, they put $20 into the product. Wow! I said, how can they really make money? Then I realized they cut down all those costs I just mentioned to you. And then they said, hey, I hand it over to distributors, we call. We don't have an overhead. Do you have an overhead? No, we don't, right? All we put is our energy, our time, effort to promote a wonderful product. So I decided, that sounds like a very interesting method. So fortunately, I was very open-minded. So I looked into it, then I tried the products. When I tried the products, I was very impressed because I was a person only believing in name brands. I think all these women, are you agree? Name brands. Don't be shy, raise your hand. Believe in the grandparents. Me too. But then I realized, when I tried NuSkin, honestly, after like 2 or 3 weeks, I realized it's better than Dior. That was the one I was using. So I said, wow, great. If I really go and tell my friends this is a good product, it will not affect my credibility. Because if I want to look into any business, your credibility is the most important. So you must try the products. I did. And then not only that, I said, well, now I understand that network marketing is what a wonderful channel. I think I would like to consider to be involved. But then I said to myself, is it really NuSkin was the best company I should be involved? Are you going to ask that question right now? Is this the best network marketing company? If you decided to be in this business, you're going to ask that question. So I asked the same question to myself. And so what I did is, again, I tried to investigate other network marketing. At the time, about 7 network marketing I was trying to investigate. And then after I did all this, how much you're going to earn to put exactly the same amount of time and energy, I realized I will get the highest pay from NuSkin. So do you want to involve in a business that will give you the lowest pay and you spend an equal amount of time and effort? Of course not. So I said, hey, this is really good. So I was really kind of, now my heart is beeping. But at the time, Tai Chi didn't call me, didn't ask me, do I have any questions? So I have to call him. So I called him. I said, I have read everything. I did all my homework. But the thing is, in your report, there is a highest pin level called Blue Diamond. You remember Kim mentioned Blue Diamond? So I said, can I meet with them? Because right now in my head is, I want to meet a real person. Correct? You asked the same question. Thank you. I'm here. I'm a real person. Anyway, so I said, I want to meet a real person. And guess what? He said, well, no. I don't think that you have a chance to meet with them. I said, what? Then he said, oh, no. There was a hotline. Hotline. A hotline. I give you the number. Why don't you dial the hotline in Toronto? You might be able, if you're lucky, to meet some. I said, well, okay. So I dialed the hotline. Guess what? The hotline, nobody talks to. It was just a recording. And recording says that when and where, what time, you're going to have a Hawaiian Blue Diamond to come to the town. So I said, I was so stupid, at the time. Now you call Team Elite, but at our time, Team Elite is equivalent to Hawaiian Blue Diamond. So I said, wow, there's a Blue Diamond from Hawaii. So I said, I want to meet this Blue Diamond from Hawaii. So, in Toronto, that was in February. It's so cold. It was minus 27 degrees, I still remember. And it was snowing outside. But my heart is very hot. Even though outside is very cold. I decided I'm going to drive myself to that hotel to listen to this Hawaiian Blue Diamond. I'm so curious to see, what he or she looks like. So I went there. Honestly, she looks like us. So you probably today you say, who is Janet Yao? I want to see what she looks like. And you say, oh, she looks like one of us. Exactly. I look at her, I said, well, by look, I don't find any difference. But it's interesting. She showed 2 hands. 2 hands. And then even I was late because I could not find the hotel properly. I was thinking, in fact, that last row, there's a lady, you wear the glasses, just like me. I was at your position about. even so far away, I still could not see what is the difference. Now, I know you're going to say, oh, she's going to see the difference. I said, yeah, there seems to be a difference, but maybe what I should do, you know what I should do? I should run all the way to the front after she finished and say, please show me your two hands. And I did. I ran all the way from the last row all the way to the front. And she was like kind of scared. Why this woman running towards me? And then I say, only one thing. I want to show your two hands. I want to see it. I want to see it with my own eyes. So she showed to me. I was totally surprised because there is a big difference. One is almost like 30 years old. The other one like her real age, 50 years old. Sorry, I said that. But then I was really convinced this product is great. And I look at her, like I said, she's like one of us. I say, if she can do it, what is the next? I think that I can do it. Exactly. So I said, okay, maybe I really should get involved. And then I said, no, I want to see more people. So I went to quite a few meetings like that. In fact, have you guys seen Len Chow?
Yes.
Some of you, right? So I've seen Len Chow too. So eventually I said, okay, I'm going to do it. And by that time, my upline didn't call me. I called him. I said, hi, Daji. That's his name. I said, no, I'm ready. Sign me up. And I said, no, he didn't say, but I said, please ship one whole set, the whole set of every product to me. I want to buy one whole set from you. Wow! He was so excited. Never ever in the history, someone would call him back and say, sell me one whole set of products. So he was really happy. And so since then, I was involved in the NuSkin business. That's not the end of my story, of course. And then 2 years later, or 2.5 years later, I became Blue Diamond, the top, and also earned some money. I went back to my previous company. Here is important. I went back there. I was in a corporate planning department, and we have lots of people in corporate planning. Those people with very high degrees, either PhD, Master of Science, Master of Engineering, or MBA. Not lower than that level. Well educated, all smart people. So I went there to see them. Do you want to guess what happened? I don't think you can. Only 1/3 of people left. 2/3 was fired. Yes. Empty, and they were just fired. So empty tables everywhere. I feel very sad. And I felt, oh, I didn't do my job properly because I didn't tell them about NuSkin. And the reason, because I moved back to Hong Kong. And that's because Hong Kong was the first Asian country to open. So I said to myself, after 4 months with NuSkin, I made a very important decision in my life. I quit my job. And those people who was fired was the people who think I was the stupidest person in the whole world. Because at the time when I resigned, that company had 30,000 employees. It's a huge company. And then they cut at least half of them when I went back. Nobody, even I, honestly, I didn't see that coming. I didn't see that coming. Nobody see that coming. The company would trim down to only half of the size 2 years later. I'm sending a very important message to you. You don't know. The economy is so ups and downs, and we experienced 2008 financial crisis, and you don't know whether there is another crisis coming. We don't know. In fact, it's still very unstable. Even though we heard about U.S. economy is going up, you don't know. And you don't know about your company. And before I came here, just a few days before I came here, I have a friend, and just fired, not really fired, the whole international company, the subsidiary in Hong Kong, closed down. He never imagine he would have that day. He's a manager already, so what he's going to do, he's in his mid-40s. Can you imagine? Without any sign, just like that. The company just give 1 month's notice. And that's what I mean by you have to have a sense of crisis, because you never know what will come. So I was, in fact, when I went back, I was sad. You know, I want to come back to this story. It's important. I was very, very sad because I saw all my old friends are gone in the company. But at the same time, I realized how lucky I was, because I made the right choice for myself. And then after that, I started to build the business all over internationally. In fact, I have very strong lines in Japan, in Singapore. I have all these wonderful, wonderful business associates here. I have very strong lines in South Korea, also very strong lines in Hong Kong. Then you might think, wow, how can you do all this, right? How come you can do all this international business? And that is the beauty of being partner with NuSkin. And that was one of the reasons why I did the NuSkin. One of the reasons, because I believe this international opportunity is wonderful. And you can do it even just right now. As long as you sign up, that's it. You already immediately have a right to go into 53 countries. Well, you guys are lucky you have 53. At the time I signed in, it was only 2 countries. It was only USA and Canada. But fortunately, gradually, we have Hong Kong, we have Japan, and then we have all the things. So I have to admit it, I didn't expect to have a Japanese line so strong. But I would like to go into Japan. And for your information, Japan is a wonderful market. If you have anybody there, you should go in right now, especially with our momentum like this. But anyway, I didn't know anybody. So I said, okay, what should I do if I want to go into the Japanese market? And so what I did was correct. I tried to find some Japanese in Singapore, in Hong Kong. I was in Hong Kong, in Hong Kong market. So that's what I did. I did find a line in Hong Kong, Japanese. And then I go with that. From that, I built a big line. In fact, still the biggest line of my organization is in Japan. And so it's very interesting. When you are really open your mind, when you really want to do NuSkin business, the NuSkin business can bring you to the unexpected countries you will never imagine. I give you an idea why this would happen. For example, you might know someone. Let's use Singapore as a example. Okay, you might know only one person from mainland China, let's say. Okay, because you only know one person. Guess what? You have to talk to him. Because you only have one. You don't have a choice. Remember? You got to talk to him. And then you never know. Maybe this person said, well, you know what? Yeah, I will think about it. Then you say, okay, you can think about it. But how about while you were thinking about it, why don't you try our, what's that? TR19. Right? And once he tried it, just like all the others, they would say, wow, we're so impressed. I really get the result. And then you might be interested. And then when he's interested, guess what? He might have a connection back in mainland China. So you got his connection back in mainland China. Once you got a connection back in mainland China, and then you can start the Chinese business. You might say, is that really that simple? It is really that simple. But I think right now in your head, you might think, well, it sounds too good to be true, right? I know, every time I talk about it, everybody says, Janet, it sounds too good to be true. But funny thing is, it is true. Everything I talk here is true. But you got to come in and experience for yourself. I remember people ask me, why NuSkin? There must be some reason you really want to do NuSkin with all your heart. I say yes, because I thought about it. I thought about all kinds of business opportunities in this world. And I have known a lot of friends in different kind of business opportunity. And I realized this is the best. Why this is the best? There is one thing, I don't know whether you have thought about it. If you want to do any traditional business, what do you need? Anybody can answer me? What's that? Capital. You guys are so smart. That's right, capital. And there's no capital required here. That's a big plus. You know, we Chinese always said, well, what is the best business? Best business, less capital and more profit. Correct? Then I would say, if I can introduce you a business, zero capital, unlimited profit. You say, is that such an opportunity exists? That's too good to be true. Don't you agree? It's too good to be true. But it's true. We just introduced to you. This is the NuSkin business. I didn't invest any capital in this business. No. But once, when I start to grow and make the business work, yes, I have so-called almost like unlimited income. Of course, right now, not yet. It depends on Junwen and Dana to make it really unlimited. But it's really good because you know why? 10 years, in the last 10 years, honestly, I really did not involve in any NuSkin business anymore. I leave it to good hands of my business associates in Singapore, in Japan, in South Korea, in Hong Kong, in any other countries. In fact, I got income from 23 countries right now. So I live in their good hands. And guess what? I really, really enjoy my day every day. You know why? Because in the daytime, I smile, I play golf. Sometimes, not all the time, because if you play golf every day, it's too boring. It's true. And I play golf, let's say, twice per week, so in the daytime, I'm very happy. And I serve God in the church and other related, occasions. And when I see people's life being changed because of my small contribution, that gives me a tremendous rewarding. So I smile in the daytime. And then when I sleep on my bed, I even smile in my dreams. Do you know why? Have you thought about why you smile in your dreams in the nighttime? Oh, somebody already knows the answer. It's because when I sleep, the Canada, USA, they're working. Right? Correct? So I can smile 24 hours per day. Have you really thought about it? This business does not have a time constraint. It's because this is a business, it's called leverage. Leverage. I don't know whether you have this concept. Let me ask you. If you want, how many hours do you have per day to work? Okay, you have to sleep, so please deduct 8 hours, please. So what is the maximum? If you work every minute of the day except when you sleep, 16. That's the maximum you can work. 16 hours. Imagine 16 hours, just like Inti just mentioned. Oh, if I broke my finger, I can't work. And is there any income coming in? Nothing. So if you really work hard for 16 hours, so you have an income for 16 hours. Can you have more income when you are sleeping? Absolutely not, correct? Now, let's just make it simple. I don't want to make it like it sounds too good to be true, but that's my situation. And I just talk about your situation. Let's say you have 100 person, business associates in your organization, and you said everybody just work 1 hour per day. How many hours? 100 hours. How does that sound compared to you work like a hell and don't even go to the toilet for 16 hours? 100 hours, everybody just work a little bit as compared to 16. Oh, now make it bigger. If you have 1,000, that doesn't sound very big. Because I have, I don't know, maybe 30,000 to 50,000 people in my organization now. So let's just say, no, let's don't go that far. Let's just say 1,000. If everybody's work 1 hour per day, the result is 1 times 1,000. We know how to do that, right? So what is that? How many hour work equivalent? 1,000 hour work. As compared to your 16 hours. So here is the power of leveraging here is the power of network marketing. And that's the basics. I'm telling the basics. And so, fortunately, I realized that. And so, I made it. And so, I'm so happy I have a chance to share this with you. Because right now, I think your heart probably heartbeat a little bit faster, maybe, tiny little bit. Because you think, well, she can do it, I cannot do it. Is that in your head now? Be honest. She can do it, she can talk like that. Hey, I have 1,000 hours practice. So I can talk like this, right? So when you have 1,000 hours practice, you will talk better than I. It's your practice. But no, be serious. What's in your head now? You probably think, yeah, maybe Yinki can do it. Maybe Janet can do it. Not me! Not me! I don't know whether you have thought about that, but I want to give you a solution about this, all right? The solution is, I only ask you very simple questions, and we all have yes, yes, and yes. 3 yes, I'm sure you can do it. So here comes. Here comes. Especially for those people, I just seeing you the first time. In fact, a lot of people are seeing you the first time. No, I'm serious. It's very simple, very simple. Nothing to do with your age, nothing to do with your height, nothing to do with your weight, nothing to do with whether you are male or female, nothing to do with where you're coming from, nothing to do with your education. I'm sorry, that's true, nothing to do with your education. All right, nothing to do with your experience. Doesn't matter where you come from. It can be IT, it can be accountant, right? Can be dentist. Or can be, you say, no, I'm a janitor. Can I do it? Absolutely. And I tell you a real life story. Well, is my time up? Not yet. Great, thanks. Because I have a good story to tell you about. Yeah, this story is a real life story because I personally experienced it. She was an inspiration to me too, and I hope she is also an inspiration to you today. When I first started, I attended this first year anniversary of NuSkin in Canada. I was so excited because I was very new. I was just attended 1 month. So, I was going there. I was so happy you're going there like you now. I tried to see, is there anything exciting? Oh yeah, it was something really exciting. I saw a big woman, like a police woman, almost. And then she come out there, and she told her story. I can tell you now. She said she used to be a maid, cleaning lady, right? And she one time cleaned a doctor's, maybe in his clinic, clean the toilet. And then Inky walked in, just to make analogy. Oh, hi, Martha. You know, we have tonight. We have the opportunity meeting, like now. Would you like to come? Here is a sample of the hand lotion. Why don't you try it? Because he was cleaning the toilet. So she immediately put it on. Ooh, wow, this hand lotion is so good. Not oily. And it feels good. It smells good. Because there's no smell. Oh no, our product is wonderful. No smell. That is the best. So she said, man, why not? I'm free tonight. So she went. And she was the only 2 people signed up in that meeting. So I guess, you know, the organizer like me would say, oh, so disappointed. Only 2. And one is herself, and the other one, I think it's a PhD. So they signed up, and the PhD dropped off. And she became the top. This clean lady become what I call TBD. Right now, at the time we call Hawaiian Buddha. And then she stood there like this. So I'm going to stand here, same thing. I'm copying her. My education is primary school. I didn't even finish my high school. I used to be a cleaning lady. Look at me now. I used to clean the toilet. Now I clean people's face. I know, I was like, oh, and then she said one thing, no, this is really serious. She gave every people a challenge. She said, if I can do it, why cannot you? Then we all stood up, give her our hands. And I thought, wow, this is so inspirational. And so I tried to figure out, and I look at so many successful leaders in our business. So what's in common? So I'm not going to ask you that. I find it's also in her. First of all, are you a positive person? Like, are you positive about things? Are you positive about yourself? Are you positive about people? If you say, yes, oh, congratulations, it's one tick. Next one I will ask you is, do you have a goal for your life? Or maybe a dream when you were a childhood you never really reached, and you still saying one day I would like to reach? Do you? If you do, can you please raise up your hands? Wow! Okay, that's a lot. If you do, congratulations. The second tick. But I would like you to think about it. Do you have a desire to fulfill it? If you say yes, wonderful. Oh, wow, yes already. And the third thing is, you must ask yourself very honestly, if I find something really good, I'm willing to pay the price. I'm willing to work hard on that. And, this is the last one, am I willing to be persistent about it? Wow. Ooh, this one you probably think twice. Yeah, am I a persistent person? Am I? You have to ask that yourself. I'm not going to ask you to raise up your hands because this is serious. If you say yes, okay, you can say inside your heart, yes, I am. Then congratulations to you. You are the future Blue Diamond. And that's it. Well, I did not mention anything about, oh, I don't have the product knowledge, or I don't know how to talk like you. I didn't say all those because, again, like I said, you will talk like me even better after thousands of practice. And in fact, later on, there was a speaker come out. He talks better than I. You will find out. But you know what? I don't mind. If the more people talk better than I, what does that mean? What does that mean? What do you think? They are in my organization. Isn't that great? That's leverage, right? Yeah. So it is very important you believe what I said. Because if you don't believe tonight, don't come back 4 years from now. Well, I'm not promising I will come back 4 years from now. Sorry, I'm not saying that. Maybe another 10 years, I don't know. Even that I cannot promise. I don't want, you said, I regret. I didn't hear to, what is that person's name? Oh, Janet. I didn't listen to her. If I did, I'm already a Blue Diamond. Look at this next person beside me, like a clean lady, right? She believed. She became a Blue Diamond. She earned a lot of money. I don't know. She probably is a 50 million circle now. 50, I believe. Yeah. So I don't want you have that thought 4 years from now because you didn't listen careful and didn't believe what I said right here. And I want to make a quick close because I think I don't want to spend more time and the better speaker is coming up to me. I want to say one thing. I believe when I started the business, it was a good timing, very good timing, because Hong Kong started, followed by Taiwan, followed by Japan, followed by South Korea, followed by Australia. Yes, I admit it. That's a good timing. And over the years, now I'm doing NuSkin for a little bit more than 20 years now. And no matter how many products company come out with, and I always said, yeah, that's very good. Yeah, that's very good. Yeah, that's very good. But this time, no, I'm not going to say that's very good. I say it's fantastic. You know why? This kind of technology, you can never ever find any other company in the world now. This is the high tech. And this is so far ahead of any life science company they can do. It's about genes. And in fact, Inky already said, I don't want to repeat myself. And I saw the company's revenue really jump. So I would like to say that, and I really hope you listen to the following I'm going to say. This is a significant step for our company. Very significant. And now I can really see NuSkin soon, maybe 5 years' time, will become a 10 billion revenue sales company. And you are right now in this wave. Cannot have a better timing now. And not only for people who are the newcomer, for people who are already in the business, this is the timing to do NuSkin. Cannot be better. And I'm so happy, just fortunately, you know, I come with this best timing, so I can say all these things to you. And for the last 10 years, I really didn't give a public speech like this. This is the first time. I hope I did an okay job. I have practiced this for the last 10 years, because for the last 10 years, like I said, I serve God, I play golf, and most important, I want to say this, I really have peace of mind. If I didn't have NuSkin, I made a choice to do NuSkin, to have such a solid financial income. It's like a cash cow, right? Every month, the steady income coming to my account. I don't even have to cash in a check, because it directly goes to my bank account. All I have to do is just go to the internet, check. Oh, okay, it's there. Wow. Did I do anything? I'm sorry, I didn't do anything. No, but I did a lot of things when I first started. So that's the wonderful thing about NuSkin. Of course, it's like any other business. You have to spend effort to do it. But any other business, okay, you spend a lot of effort to do it, and then when you decide to quit, the income stops. But NuSkin is the one. I decided, okay, I'm not going to do it now. I'm going to do something else. It's not, I don't do anything. In fact, there's one guy, it's really funny, asked me, oh, I thought you'll be much older because you're retired. I was like, what? I'm not retired. I just changed my career from changing people's lifestyle to changing people's life forever. Wow. Yeah, sounds so significant, right? But that's what I truly believe. Yeah, I'm now serving people and without asking for any return. Isn't that wonderful? Yeah, I tell you, I hope I can truly become a blessing to other people. And that's what I'm aiming at. And I thanks for NuSkin giving me this opportunity. And I really like to take this opportunity to thank all my business associates here, all the leaders here. Thank you for your good effort. Thank you very much. I think now the better speaker is coming now. I want to hand it over to the better speaker, Jun Wen.